Hello, my name is Austin Roberts, and this is my current issues in sports video. And then I chose mine over college NIL. The topic that I chose was Nico Iamaleava versus Tennessee. So Nico, at the beginning of spring practice, decided to opt out because he was trying to bargain for more money from Tennessee in order to play this season and to show up to practice. Tennessee didn't cave, and then Nico decided to hit the transfer portal. And there was a lot of rumors that he was going to have to take less NIL money at other schools than he was at Tennessee. Uh, he ended up transferring to UCLA, and that ended up being true. Reportedly, he took less money, but I mean, you don't really know for sure how that plays out. The scope of this, so the NCAA with NIL being a new thing, you might expect a lot of more of this to happen with bigger names and bigger schools. A lot of players think they're worth a lot of money, which is very true. They are worth a lot of money, but like this school, not a lot of schools make a profit, so it's hard for them to come up with this money to pay everybody on the team, let alone every sport who deserves an NIL fund. So there's just a lot of things that go into this with the NCAA and college sports. I mean, there's millions of dollars on the line here, so there's a lot at risk when it comes to NIL and players starting to opt out. Solutions that I could come up with is a salary cap, but I think that would be really hard to set a base for because, I mean, of the 130 some football teams in the country, only like 20 to 25 break even or even have a profit. So I don't know how how you come up with some kind of salary cap in NCAA sports. Another one is a CBA, so collective bargaining agreement. That one can also be very difficult because do you do that with the NCAA or does each team do that with each school? I mean, there's just a lot that can go into that. And then that would have to involve the players forming a union, which a couple of schools I remember in the past have tried forming a union. I don't remember how that worked out for them. But that's just something that would also involve because you have to have like a president speak for you and a bargain for you. And then NIL balance. A lot of people are saying that like the market eventually is going to even itself out, meaning that like right away, a lot of teams were paying a lot of players a lot of money, and eventually teams are going to start realizing how much players are worth and then not paying, which is exactly what happened here. Because I mean, you had a player who was demanding more money, and then Tennessee was just like, "We're not doing that," and it just didn't work out. It was one of the first times that like a school publicly stood up to a player. So, in conclusion, there was a lot of short-term effects and long-term effects. Short-term effects, I mean, you saw a five-star quarterback demand money and not get it. So, I think that might end up showing a lot of players that like it's not always greener on the other side. Just because you want more money doesn't mean you're going to get it. And then it might not happen. Just because you hit the portal doesn't mean you're going to get the money that you think you're going to get. Long-term effects, I mean, a school as big as Tennessee is showing that like, no, we're not going to cave to a player. You could see more schools starting to do this. I think there could be a lot of schools that start not showing out the money just because a certain player thinks he deserves a certain much, because you only have so much money to go around as a school, and you can't always just give it up to one player because otherwise you're going to lack in every other position. Just the way it is now with the transfer portal. I mean, you're going to struggle everywhere else, and it's not going to matter in the end if you paid him another $3 or $4 million. So it'd be better for you to spread that around and try and make your team better in every facet, not just one position.